no lie. That's what we that's what we do, yo. We don't lie on this show, man. So anyway, welcome Big Blue Nation. This is the Shakedown, the show for the fans, by the fans. And I'm your host, Shakes, and I got my homeboy Rody with me.
What up?
I don't know what's up with J-Rock. Haven't spoke to him, haven't heard from him. So J-Rock, you listening, man? We hope everything is okay with you, and get back soon, brother. Holla ASAP. Today's show is we responding to all of Giant Nation on how we feel about this Will Hill situation. And I'm gonna go first because I'm steaming, okay? I went on BBK and I said my piece and I said my opinion. And at the same time, I gave homage to how, I think that, even though I don't agree with how they did it or what they have done, I do understand why they done it. You can't hold your team hostage on one guy that just keeps on getting in trouble. My point of it was the season that he had last year, it don't grant him another shot. And even the NFL, didn't suspend this guy for a whole season. They gave him 6 seasons. So even they seen it was like, okay, let's not, totally Mark McGuire this guy. So now I got Giant Nation all on my Twitter and all on Giants chat going hard on me, like, oh, give it up, Shakes, get off it, and all this, and really coming at me. One dude even said, oh, Shakes knows his history, but he lacks in common sense and decision making or something like that. It was something like that, and that's just reckless. That's just reckless. So now I don't have common sense because I'm upset that we threw away a talent like Will Hill. Yeah, I know what he has done, and I know what, the penalties and everything for it. I know it was against the rules and everything, and I agree, hey, he was on his last legs. But I don't think he was on his last string.
Right.
I don't think he was on his last string. I mean, that's what this is. People say, what kind of message does it send, if you don't get rid of this guy? I mean, ain't a suspicion hard enough?
Sure. It is.
Ain't a suspension hard enough of a penalty? You going to really ruin a guy's career because he likes to smoke a blunt.
Sure.
That's what you're going to ruin a guy's career for. Because he likes to smoke a blunt, you say, oh, he don't belong to play in the NFL. What? Because that's basically what y'all telling me. 3 strikes and you're out. And it's going to be hard for him to find another team and all this other bullshit that I'm hearing from Giant Nation. And this is what upsets me about Giant Nation. That's what upsets me about Giant Nation. That the Giants organization and all the Giants reporters, example, John and Paul and Lance and all of them, they can feed y'all a dream and y'all roll with it. No matter what they tell y'all, what their reasons is, yeah, that's right, let's go. That's how we are. We a blue-collar team. We don't take character guys.
Selling a dream.
We don't take character guys, but excuse me, we haven't won since we have character guys. And I don't care about these last 2 Super Bowls. We haven't dominated. Let me rephrase myself then. We haven't dominated since we had these character guys. Since we had a LT in the locker room. Since we had a Tiki and a Jeremy Shockey and a Cheddar Bob. We haven't had character guys like that. And we haven't won neither. We have been mediocre playing this blue-collar chip bullshit that y'all want to fucking praise and say, oh, we don't like character guys. We don't want character guys. Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves a shot. Just because you lived your life in a hard shell, in a hard way, and you done seen some shit that a lot of people and Giant fans are speaking on him about, can't even relate. Can't even relate to what he probably has seen.
And that's what bothers me.
But you wanna point your finger down at him and kick him off the team and tell him he don't even deserve to be in the league? That's bullshit. And you know what else is bullshit? Is that y'all really happy, or not even happy, I can't say y'all happy, but y'all content on we just lost what possibly could have been a legend safety for us. But y'all okay with that. Y'all cool because, you know, how many chances we going to give this guy? Well, we haven't seen a guy play like that at safety in a while for us. So for us to just throw away some guy like that, excuse me for being a little upset about that. Excuse me for being a little disappointed about that. Excuse me for having an opinion and saying you're wrong. I think you're wrong about that. Guy on Giants chat, need a pinky ring. I got a problem with you, bruh. You always saying slick comments, man. Always saying slick comments. First it was all this, I'm a flip-flop and all that. Get out of here with that. I stay true to what I believe in, and I know what I believe in.
That's what's up.
I stick to my guns.
Your word.
I'm not going to let nobody talk me down.
Word.
And he had some comments today that just pissed me off. I'm sorry, Rodeo, but he had some comments today that pissed me off, man. And it's like, come on, dude. I'm entitled to my opinion. Oh, that's why, yeah, he said, and that's why Shakes is not a GM. Okay. That's cool. But at the same time, our GM is not getting the job done. So what are y'all telling me? That a guy that's sitting on the couch watching could do a better fucking job than our current GM? Because I'm telling you right now, if y'all listen to everything all my worries that I had last season, all my worries came to fruition. Came to fruition, and we went 0-6 because of it. So I may not be that dumb. So fuck you, need a pinky ring. That's right, I said it. Fuck you. And I'm sorry, Rody. I'm gonna let you go in a second, but we got a caller. So we got a caller, so I want to hear what they gotta say.
Let's put them on.
One second. My phone acting up a little bit. Yeah, Brody, man, they got me fired up, man. I can't believe that.
Let it be known, man. Let it be known.
Can't believe John Nation. Why I can't take this caller, though?
Hey, Shakes.
You on the shakedown?
Hey, Rodeo and Shakes. This is Derek from Atlanta. Yo, Derek.
Hey, what's good, Derek?
Hey, Shakes. I was on BBK2 this morning, and I was the one who was making that comparison to my kids. You you can't let one get away with one, or you just set an example for the other one.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
You can't let if I warn my son and then don't punish him the next time after I warn him if he came in late, my daughter then takes that as some free reign, or she's going to try me. So I said that today on BBK, but I understand your point. Your points are valid also. I don't think there's a right or wrong thing here. I think it's what the Giants' choice was. Because I think if you go and you sit down with John Mara I'm sure he had a conversation with him, and especially Jerry Reed. And if they made you a promise that this is your last chance, I mean, they really can't go back on that. I mean, it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating for you. It's frustrating for the fans. I'm a fan. You don't think I want to see Will Hill roaming that safety's position behind there? It's frustrating for the fans because we got a good player that's now sitting now on the waivers, he did to us. I mean, I feel like he portrayed the fan base. He portrayed himself. He portrayed the organization, and he portrayed everything that is just frustrating. So I could hear the frustration in your voice. I could hear the frustration in the other Giants' voices. Everybody has their opinion, but it's really no right or wrong. It's just that if you sit and you say as the GM of the team and you tell this guy this is your last chance, then you really can't go back on that.
Yeah, I understand that point too. My fault, Rody. I understand that point too. But at the same time, what I'm mad at is how Giant fans are killing me because I feel this way. Like, I don't understand how my common sense is being questioned because I feel that we threw away a talent like Will Hill, and I'm upset about it.
No, I can understand. So you're getting upset when somebody questions your opinion because everybody calls into the shows have an opinion, and it's just their opinion. It's all of them are valid opinions, but the things about it is, a lot of people you pull from your past, and also too, if you've been given a chance, a second chance, a third chance in life, you're going to be more. I don't know what your situation is, but I've been given chances too, and and I'm like, so I always want to see someone get more chances, but at a certain point. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, and that's what frustrates everyone, is because, I think if you're Alden Smith, and you're getting 16 sacks a game, I think you may get the extra one. I think you just might get that extra one.
And that's what my point is. You don't think Will Hill had a big of enough season like Alden Smith to warrant one more chance?
No,
I mean, he was one of the top-ranked safeties in the league last year.
Antro, like I heard you were saying the other day, what, Ferrari? If you have a Ferrari, you had a comparison like that.
Yeah.
I think Antro Roll is a Ferrari. You're up and coming class of car, but you're not the Ferrari. And I think if he was the Ferrari, then he would have got one more chance, one more. But, he's not. And the thing about it is, you can see the talent. You can see that he's progressing in his career. They had a safety countdown on the Bleacher Report, and he was listed like the fourth best receiver in the game, in the league. The fourth or seventh, I think it was the seventh or something like that. But he was ahead of Intro Roll, which came in like back, almost back to back almost. But it's just, you can see him progressing, and could have been a Pro Bowler this year.
Yeah.
The thing about it is,
that's why I just.
That's why it frustrates everybody.
Like
that's why so much emotion behind it.
Yeah.
If it was some Joe Blow, if it was Cooper Taylor, we'd have had his ass out of here the first plane.
Right.
And I feel like people are kind of getting it twisted, man. I'm not saying that I'm not upset at Will Hill. I am a little bit pissed off at Will Hill. He could have been smart enough to at least give him his time, to clean out his system and everything like that. What I'm mostly upset is the Giants releasing him, and then people saying that, this guy's got to get his life back together. And this guy's life back together for what? The guy didn't commit a crime. The guy is not fucking shooting crack. The guy's not shooting fucking heroin. Get his life back together for what?
Rody, come on, Rody. That's not the point, Rody. He's not. No one here is saying that marijuana is crack. No one's saying that. No,
but
everybody.
it's the way that people
Society
are
is
saying
not.
that this guy's got problems.
Society
He's
is
got this,
already saying that it's not. So they already legalized marijuana, and in 10 years it'll be legalized in damn near every state. No one cares about that right now. But the problem is you broke the rules as they stand today. You know what I'm saying? You broke the rules. You broke it as it stands today. And some of the stuff they get suspended for. Look, what is the guy in the Colts defensive end? He just got suspended. He said he was going through fertility treatments and something in the fertility. Right. He just said something in the fertility. He asked the doctor, and the doctor said you should be fine, but he wasn't, and they suspended him anyway. He said, hey, it's not our problem. You know the rules. You should have brought it to the league. You should have brought it to the league if you had to take a medicine. We would have told you whether it was good or not the doctor. You already know the rules of the league. We can't bend the rules for Will Hill, To
me, they're saying, all right, you know what, Will Hill needs to get out of town. Well, what makes you think that getting out of town is going to help? I mean, is going to change anything? If the guy wants to smoke weed, he's going to smoke.
But he's going to tell you something. If you want to continue your career and you want to make some money in this game, you're on a Pro Bowl track where you can probably and you're young enough where you can get a major contract with in a year or so.
24 years old.
I mean, why would you jeopardize that? Why would you kick yourself out the league and go have to get a 9-to-5 when you can almost be a millionaire in a couple of years? I don't understand that.
Now, listen, you make great points, man. I'm just upset at the fact that people, he's got to get his life back together as if he's doing something crazy, Because the last time I checked, weed doesn't cause you to fucking, hit somebody and kill somebody. Weed doesn't cause you to fucking, abuse your wife or anything or accuse your significant other.
No, Rody, you could tell me this. Maybe Shake, you could tell me. Maybe y'all could tell me. Why wasn't he suspended for a year anyway?
Hey, that's the question. See, he's getting a second shot from the NFL. Why not the Giants give him a second chance? That's my thing. If it goes above the Giants' head and they giving him a second chance, he should have been suspended for the whole year.
Because when this first thing came out, they said Will Smith potentially suspended for a year for violating the league's substance abuse. Right, Will Hill.
And then he gets sick. So that's what I'm saying, too.
And then the Cardinals are like, how come our guy gets a year and Will Hill gets six games? So something the league saw, that's why it's so frustrating to all the fans. It's just frustrating. It's just
and then on top of that, so, listening on BBK this morning, all right, yeah, that's why they brought in Quentin Demps and everything to be that third safety or the whatever. To me, last time I checked, I think Quentin Demps is more of a special teams guy. Yes, he plays the position, but he's not one of those athletic guys that you're going to be able to put in the box, you know what I mean, when you want to have three safeties out there on the field. Quentin Demps is more like a Stevie Brown. So there goes, one of the best safeties in the division. You know what I mean? To me, Will Hill made that. You know why
Will Hill didn't get a second chance? I think because of Burhay. Because you drafted a safety, you got a free agent in safety, and you got the numbers behind them. You have the numbers behind.
They made their decision a little bit.
They was covered. They covered themselves. They covered themselves. But man, thanks for calling in, man, and keep tuning in on the Shakedown.
I sure will. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, Derek. Mm-hmm.
We got another caller. Let me take this, and then I'm gonna let you go on in, Rody.
All right.
You want a Shakedown? What's your name and location?
Is this Shakes? This is Charlie in Portland, Maine.
Charlie!
Charlie, what's going on?
What's good?
I try to have your back today, man. I just, I can't believe, what they did to Will Hill. Just like I told him, very simple. The NFL gave him 6 games. When the NFL says you're out of the league forever, that's when you let the guy go.
I
NFL
agree
said,
with that point that you made to end the show. I agree.
They should have had his back.
If the NFL gave you a shot and said, you know what, we ain't going to give you a whole year, we're going to give you 6 because it's just marijuana, okay? Right. It's just marijuana. So we're going to give you 6 games. So if the NFL gives that kid that shot, how come the team that went on a limb and signed him undrafted, how come they don't give him the shot? How come the team that he beasted out for and got 80-some-odd tackles and killed and was top-ranked safety in the league, one of the top safeties in the league last season, how come that guy don't warrant another shot? He don't warrant 10 games? He don't warrant 10 games?
The first thing is they never should have gave the guy an ultimatum, one more chance and you're gone. No, you say, look, we've got your back.
Right.
You're gonna get your life around. You're a good player. You're going to be a great player for us, and we're going to do everything we can to be in your corner. Don't you think that would have given him a little bit more motivation, saying, man, these guys got our back?
To say, yo, this team really has my back. They really have my best interest. They really have my best interest. Not if I mess up, I'm gone. No, that's bullshit. That's putting even more pressure on them.
And Charlie, you know what I'm frustrated about it too, because the guy was a difference maker last year. You know, John Beeson did his thing, you know, when he came to the team. But Will Hill, when he came back, he was just throwing his body. He was sacrificing his body. The guy, keep in mind, he was undrafted, so you know he's not getting paid a lot of money. But he still went on the field. He poured out everything. He threw his body out there. He was just all over the field, and yet you're going to say, well, all right, listen, you know what, we got Quentin Demps, you know what I mean, we got Stevie Brown, but those two guys are not going to throw their bodies. Yes, Antoine Rowe will be the guy, but Antoine Rowe had a secondary guy in Will Hill to throw his body around like that. Will Hill's not, Antoine Rowe doesn't have a backup guy like that. Will Hill and Quentin Demps are more like a safety, to a center field type of player.
Exactly. They're going to rue the day they let this guy go. Because, you know, our history with injuries, who knows what safeties are going to go down in like 6. You know, we could have brought this guy back and he would have been ready to go, and he would have been like someone said on the show today, like his history is once he has a suspension, he's good. You know, there's no problems after that. And, and it's just the attitude that, just like the Giants organization is like the best organization in the world. They're not the worst. They're like everybody else. You know, that's what bothers me. It's like, and the thing I brought up about Plaxico, it was just the whole point of their mentality and their attitude. You know, it's just, you know what I mean? I wasn't, because they should have kept him, but they didn't even follow up with the guy. They didn't even visit him. They didn't even talk to him. You know, I mean, what kind of organization is that? You know,
that's what I was trying to bring up to John, and they was trying to just make me out like, we should have. Oh, you trying to say we should have kept him while he went to jail?
Yeah,
like,
no, they tried to change the subject, and that's not the point. They try to belittle me, man.
Yeah, they try to belittle me, and you see how I shut that shit down. I said, wait a minute. Don't put no fucking words in my mouth.
I was screaming on the phone when they were doing that stuff.
And Charlie, don't put no fucking words in my mouth. Charlie, when you was mentioning that, with the injury that we all are accustomed to knowing, I'm yelling. I'm like, yes. Why the fuck would you release a guy that's talented like him? You release a guy. Do we even know if Stevie, right now, he's not getting hit in OTAs. All right, people are saying he looks good. He's not getting hit. Once the pass comes on, once the preseason starts, do we know what we're going to get out of Stevie Brown? Is he going to be the same Stevie Brown from 2 years ago? So if Stevie Brown goes down, so what do you fucking got left?
Do we know if he's 100% healthy?
You're going to
do we know Stevie Brown is healthy? What if Stevie Brown happens to have the same type of thing that T2 has, God forbid, knock on wood? He comes back and then he re-edges it because he came back maybe too early. So now what?
They could have kept him. I mean, and the thing is, the guy who's taking his spot is not going to even make the team anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, they got 90 players, and that 90th player could have been Will Hill. And they're not going to keep that 90th player anyway. And the other thing is like the whole, thing is disrupts the team and blah, blah, blah. Hey, what are we going to do? Cut Will Beatty if he goes on pulp because he's out 6 games? and he's going to disrupt the team if he comes back. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's a bullshit attitude, man. That's not true.
Listen, I agreed with your statements to end the show, Charlie. I was just screaming like, yo, you're making valid points. To me, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, for 6 games, all right, 6 games. All right, yes, that's a boatload of games. I'm not going to front on that. But after the 6th game, there's still a lot of games to be played. And those games could be valuable for what Will Hill does for the secondary.
Exactly. I mean, this is Reese all over. He should have been fired last year. It's just typical him. He's already made some cuts that are like, oh, really? We doing this again? They cut Freeman instead of Painter? You tell me Freeman's not going to be a better quarterback than Painter? Come on.
That one I didn't.
Then Gooden, the offensive lineman, he was the only one that looked fairly decent last year. We cut him because he's got a sore foot. It's just like you can't carry him on a 90-man roster until his foot heals. And
me,
so you get rid of him.
My point on that one was, what was the whole sense of you signing the guy anyways in the first place?
Right.
What was the point? What was the point?
And the same for Rusty Smith. We signed him for a week and then cut him. Like, what are y'all doing?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I hope, Will Hill will be signed. And if it's not Washington, I'll be totally surprised because Snyder will do that, and they have a terrible defense.
Just a despite. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And Will Hill will come back to haunt the Giants.
That's what I was saying on yesterday's show. I mean, we're talking about a Jerry Jones and a Dan Snyder at owner here in our division. And
billionaire owners. Billionaire owners.
And they are proven to take in guys that has character issues. They proven it. They don't care. As long as you can ball and play out.
That's all that matters. Right.
I know.
And I know Lance. I know, and I got much respect for Lance. And I know Lance is like saying, the Dallas Cowboys, they took Bosworth and everything like that. Did he make a difference? Did he help out the team? Yeah, but they've been an 8-8 team. Well, guess what? The Giants, we're trying to say that type of motto and everything like that. We haven't, just like you said, Shakes, to start the show, we haven't been a dominant fucking team in the season. When was the last time you saw the Giants dominate? It was the only back in 2008. When were we dominant? Have we been dominant during the season also?
And if you can recall, that team had a lot of characters on that 2018.
Yeah,
a lot of characters.
And the whole point about Bosworth was we had no linebackers, and he was brought in to be a special team demon. And that's who he was.
And he showed off.
We cut him, and we lost 2 games because of lousy special teams. That's the point I was making, not that he elevated the Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
And what did Bosworth do in Dallas?
Yeah, he's special team.
He killed his special team.
Yeah, he improved them. And we lost 2 games because of that. So that was another stupid thing that Reese did.
I love the Giants organization, but sometimes, we got to sit here and sometimes you just got to scratch your head like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on?
What are we doing?
I know, someone tweeted and said, Charlie must be a Dallas fan. I mean, I hate that team. Just because I'm bringing out things that I see, it's like all of a sudden I'm not a Giants fan. That's stupid.
That's what I don't get about Giants fans. That's what I don't get. Like, as soon as you have your own opinion and you don't go with the mode of what the Giants are telling you and what Giants announcers like John and the rest of them is telling you, if you're not feeling into that, you must be against us. You must be against the team. You're not a fan. No, I got concerns because I care.
Right, exactly. I'm passionate about this because I'm not a Giants fan.
Not to get off topic, but last night I'm listening to ESPN Dave Rothenberg. I love listening to his shows. But, he's talking about he's a huge Ranger fan, and then, he's the Rangers about to play the L.A. Kings in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
But it seems like fans are attacking Dave Rothenberg because Dave Rothenberg is saying that even though he's a Rangers fan, but the L.A. Kings are a better team, and they're going to win that series. But fans are they're attacking the guy because he's just being a realist and just saying it how he sees it. I know I'm jumping off topic, but what I'm trying to say is just because you have your feelings and how you feel about it, you're trying to be a realist about it. It seems like, oh, okay, you're not a Giants fan, you're this fan. So I understand where Charlie's coming from with that.
I know. It's just
ridiculous.
I don't know. I think it's just sad. It's just sad that they would do that to Will Hill. Right. And the other thing, it was one thing that last year that really bothered me too. Just this will be the this is it, and I'll wrap up. But that first game when they played Dallas, our offense was clicking. We scored 31 points. Yes, David Wilson fumbled twice. So what do? We take him out of the game. Don't take him out for a series or a quarter.
Out of the game.
You take him out of the whole game, and you end up with...
And guess who we put in there?
Scott, who wasn't even probably touching any reps. So to me, it's like it's Coughlin's mentality. Why don't you say to this guy, we got rid of Bradshaw for you. You are our starting back, and you're going to be our starting back till week 16. So... Right. I don't care if you fumble 101 times. You're getting the ball the 102nd because I know you can break it and go all the way and change this fucking game around. That's the attitude that they should have given this guy. And he would have broken the play. I bet you $1 billion he would have broken the play open.
But
they don't do that.
Charlie, let me ask you a question. You say that about Coughlin, right? You don't think that Carroll will be that type of coach that will motivate a player, that will stand by a player?
Yeah, and Pete Carroll is the same type of coach. Pete Carroll's the same type of coach. He would have said, man, you're my guy. I got rid of this guy for you. You get out there, and I know you can turn this game around with one play. And that guy would have went through a wall for the coach. He would have gone through a wall for his team at that point.
Oh, yes.
He wouldn't have fumbled
Every
again.
player,
He would have
if you go
it.
back to all those Steelers players that played for Cowher, they will say the same thing. I will run through a wall for him.
Right.
But guys, it's not just in professional sports. It's anything you do in life. You could be at work and you're having a rough day, and then your boss comes up to you and say, "Listen, don't forget about what happened in the previous sessions you had. Now you got 5 hours left. You're gonna do good. They're motivating you. It's gonna make you want to go out there and go get it."
Yep, and
you're a piece of shit. You're terrible today, and to me, Wilson would have just, it could have changed that whole season around. Because if they had won that game, who knows what could have happened?
Right.
No.
Right.
But anyway, hey guys, great show, great talking to you, and
Charlie, thank you for calling.
Hey, no problem, man.
Thanks for calling
Take care.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
I got your number here. Can I call you at this show? I got some things I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
All right.
Ciao.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, Shakes.
Charlie.
Listen, Shakes, yo, it's good to hear from Charlie, right?
Right.
Right.
That's good.
Listen, Shakes, I'm not in there to say that I'm not upset at Will Hill. I am upset at Will Hill. But I'm also upset at the way the Giants just fought. Yes, I know the Giant fans on Twitter, it's not because of the weed, it's because of the suspension and everything like that. I understand your point of view, but reality is that's the reason why they suspended the guy. They suspended him because he was tested for weed. He was tested for weed. It's against the policy, which I understand. That's why they released the guy. But now you're going to tell me, you're going to say, all right, Quentin Dempsey's, when they signed the guy, they didn't sign him because it was because he was going to be the third safety or the fourth safety. They signed him because we were horrible on special teams. He was this difference maker on special teams. They signed him for that. So don't tell me now that Will Hill is gone. You waived Will Hill. Now that he's waived, now you're going to say, well, we got Quentin Dempsey. No, you did not bring fucking Quentin Dempsey to be your starting, safety or your third safety. You brought him in here specifically to be a special teamer guy, to be a difference on special teams. You understand? So now, what athletic guy you're gonna have that you're gonna put in the box when you want to have a three safety set? You're gonna put Quentin Dempsey in the box? You're gonna put either Stevie Brown in the box? Are those two guys even athletic enough to fucking be in the box the way Will Hill was throwing his body all over the place? The only guy I think could probably do that is Nate Burney, but we all know that the Giants are not going to give him a shot to even is not going to put him as a starting position guy. Because, in quote-unquote, they brought in Quentin Demps to be the safety. To me, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Roger Goodell has this whole policy shit. You don't think Roger Goodell goes home at nighttime after he's fucking, you know, making all his fucking millions and shit like that? You don't think he's got the best fucking weed on earth, fucking lighting this shit up and smoking it?
Oh no!
You don't think Tom Coughlin? You don't think Tom Coughlin, his old school ways and shit like that? You don't think that dude got a fucking? He's got his fucking paper and shit like that. And I don't smoke paper. I smoke blunts. But I'm just saying, you don't think fucking Tom Coughlin fucking has his paper rolled up, smoking and shit? Like, oh man, what am I gonna do to make the fucking season the best season on possible? Come on, man. The fucking it's fucking weed, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucking weed. It's weed. It's weed. You know, and people keep on, I'm sick and tired of people saying he's got to get his life back together. Life back together for what? The guy's not on fucking crack. He's not on heroin. He's on 75% of what Americans do is smoke weed. Smoke weed. Telling him he has to get his life back together as if the guy's on heroin and his life is over. If he was on heroin, that's something different.
Mm-hmm.
But don't make it out to be like this guy's a fucking, you know, this bad dude. You know what I mean? Yes. Should he have known to clean up his system, Shakes? Yes, he should have known to clean up his system. I'm not saying it's all the Giants' fault. I'm mad at Will Hill, too. Because if I'm going to fucking take a piss test, I'm going to make sure my fucking system is clean.
Yep.
I'm going to try to make sure it's clean. So I'm not saying it's all the Giants' fault. I'm upset at Will Hill for not knowing this, for not putting it in his head. But what I'm just trying to say to the Giants fan, the only thing I'm trying to say to the Giants fan, let's not get caught up to the fact that saying his life, he's got to get his life together. He has to, he has to do this. He has to do that. 75% of Americans smoke weed. Like I posted it on Twitter. Even Roger Goodell, Tom Coughlin, Barry Reese. Most of those, even the people that's tweeting it. They probably, and you know what the crazy part is? Those people that are tweeting it, they're probably not even doing the weed. They're doing the most craziest fucking shit.
Yeah.
They're probably doing the most craziest shit. But that's okay though, right?
Yeah, Dante Starworth did a hit and run.
Come on, man.
You know?
Come on.
And you know, he went on 4 teams after that, you know? So, I mean,
it's crazy. Okay,
and he was an average player. It ain't like Dante Starworth was a dominant player that he made a dynamic impact on the field like a Will Hill.
Right. Will Hill made a difference. He was a difference maker for our team. And for you Giants fans that's thinking that Quentin Demps and Stevie Brown, if you're going to count on some Quentin Demps and Stevie Brown, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. You really going to think you're going to count on a guy that just came off of injury? Really?
Well, I think now that is the thing, I think Antrell Rowe going to be more in the box now, and they're going to have, like, you know, Stevie Brown and
well, they're going to have to, because Antrell Rowe is the only one that's going to be the safety that's going to throw his body around. They're going to have to, Shakes.
No, I agree. I mean, we going to miss a lot with Will Hill. I said it before, like, when I thought about this season with all these DBs, I thought about all of them complimenting Will Hill. That's what I thought. You know, and now we don't even have that Will Hill. So now, like I said before, my letter grade for the DBs has dropped because of that. Just getting rid of Will Hill, we could have, with Will Hill, we could have been an A+ defensive backfield. Without him, I think we's a B+.
Right. Which is still not bad, but you know, I would rather that A+.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you Shakes, you know what the thing is? And Giants fans got to realize, You want a guy that always goes out there, that puts it out there on the line for you. Antrell Roll does it every week in, weekend out. Will Hill, when he came back from that suspension, the guy was fucking throwing his body off. And if you're a true fan, and I know you guys are, but that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see that intensity. You want to see that fear factor, like, yo, I'm gonna make sure you know I'm fucking coming. I'm right here. You want to, just like you Shakes, when we were talking all last week, that intimidating factor.
Yep.
So all the fans that's getting on Twitter, saying Shakes this and that, or Rolly, you're not getting the point. I get the point, and I understand where you guys are coming from. But look at the other point of view too. Don't just look at, because I'm being on record to saying I get what you guys are saying. I understand. Yes, it's not like it's his first suspension. I get that.
Yep.
But don't disrespect our opinion and what we're saying neither. Look at our point of view. Look at what we're trying to say too.
Exactly. Don't just poop it and say, oh, he's stupid, or he has no common sense. That's what really got me. How the fuck don't I have common sense because of my fucking opinion?
It's crazy.
No, you don't have no common sense for that statement. It's
crazy. It's just, people are not getting it. I'm frustrated at Will Hill, Shakes. You know what I mean?
I'm pissed
you
too
and I,
because
Shakes, you and I know we would clean our system out. We all know that. We would clean our fucking system out before we head out to
play in the
OTA.
NFL, to play for the New York Football Giants, to get millions
right around the corner
Hell
from where you
yeah, I
grew
don't
up
need
with.
no damn blunt. My life is gravy.
Right. You know what I mean? Even if I'm smoking it, I'm going to fucking clean my system out before OTA starts, so by the time they test me, nothing is in the system. Then once I'm in there, I'm good. I'm going to go back and roll that fucking vanilla Dutch up.
Yeah, I would even probably do that. What John even said, you got a certain amount of months. They don't even test that much for marijuana. So you got a certain amount of months to, lay off it for a while, and then boom, you can get right back on it until you have to lay off it again. You can smoke as much as you want. You're a fucking millionaire. But, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was stupid for Will Hill. It was dumb as shit for Will Hill to get in trouble again for it. But, again, it happens. Mistakes happen. Like I said, he probably had that dumb ignorance, just like every other kid that I even know that's in my neighborhood right now would try the same dumbass stunt and say, well, I ain't smoking it. I'm just around it. So I could pass it and still keep my government job.
Which is stupid.
I know guys like that. I know guys like that. I know guys that think that way. And that's what probably he was thinking. And it bit him in his ass. But, I mean, to get rid of him, to get rid of a talent like that because of that, I don't agree with that.
And
I don't agree with that. That happens
I'm just
one more
upset at
time.
the system. I feel like if you're going to legalize it and once you legalize it in Colorado, you fucking should have at least legalized it for the NFL because, something like that. It's not like it's fucking steroids that they're doing, you know what I mean, to make them be a more different type of player on the field. That I understand. But you legalize it in Colorado, then that should have been, that policy should have been thrown away from the NFL a long time ago. And this would never been happening. All right, he would have got tested for fucking marijuana. Okay, big deal. It's legal. We're good. You know what I mean? You tell me Von Miller. Now, Von Miller, if he gets drug tested, he lives out in fucking Denver and shit like that. He gets the fucking drug tested, and he comes up, he had weed in the system. They're not going to suspend the fucking guy. What do you say then? Oh, but then I forgot those tricks. You know what the funny part is? They're not going to put it all on the NFL, though. They know how to fucking cover up certain shit like that.
All I know is, man, that Will Hill, with the season that he proved last season, that he is a great player, warrant another 10 games to turn his life around. Yes, you gave him 2 chances before, and I understand it. But that one chance before, he was a rookie, didn't even expect to make it in the league. how to get in the league seriously, and he had some performance enhancing in the system. That was strike one. He got suspended. Got stuck by him with that. And he got suspended for marijuana smoking. Now he got help. Okay? He gets his help. All right? But that's his second suspension. All right? That's his second suspension. So now that's your second suspension for marijuana, and then your next suspension is, a little hiccup. And referring to what he's saying is secondhand smoke, and I was around the smoke.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You don't say, well, okay, look, that was dumb as shit. That was dumb as shit, Will Hill. Look, you can't take no chances, Will Hill. That's what I would have came to him. I would have came to him like a man, and I would have said, look, Will Hill, look, last year we gave you another chance. Yeah, we gave you another chance. We are behind you. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you win. And you winning will make us win. But, dude, you talking about this secondhand smoke? Then you can't even be around it. Cut them people off and just stay in your playbook. Go home to your wife. Right. If you got kids, go play with your kids. Go do something. But stay away from those people that you are around that are smoking, because it came back up in your system. There you go. Okay? But you suspended for 6 games. The NFL was being lenient with you because they was going to suspend you for a whole season. So they are giving you another shot. And if they are giving you another shot, so am I.
Right.
So am I.
Right.
But you fuck up again, you gone. I'm sorry, bro. You're gone. And you think somebody's going to pick you? And you think somebody's going to pick you up after 4 suspensions? 4 suspensions? You think somebody's going to pick you up, bro? Right. Nobody's going to pick you up. You're going to be missing a whole year.
You know what else I would have added in there too,
anyway.
not to cut you off? I would have said, you know why? Because the next time you're going to be gone, because the NFL is going to suspend you for that whole year. So that's what I would have added there.
Exactly. You're gone. Not just from us, but from the NFL. So, we're going to stick behind you because we appreciate what you have done for our organization last season. We appreciate the player that you are. But you got to get it together, and we're going to support you and be behind you with it. Not say, one more shot, one more strike, and you're out. We're a non-tolerant blue-collar chip team. That's not what's going to give you results from players. That is not going to give you, these players that can be dynamic players, but you got to stick behind them.
Right.
Like Dez Bryant. I feel sorry if we had drafted Dez Bryant. We would have cut Dez Bryant.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. A long time ago. You know, that would have been, he would have been gone. But now look at him now, though, Shake. But now look at him. Has he been in trouble lately? No.
Nope.
You know
Turned
what I
his
mean?
life around, and he's one of the top wide receivers in the league.
Of course. Of course.
You got to stick behind these guys. So for everybody, all these Giant fans killing me and saying I lack common sense and I'm an idiot, and they creaming me for how I feel about how they just tossed away a talent like that. I just don't get it, Giant fans. I don't get how you are content and being okay with us getting rid of a talent like that. I'm just sorry.
And not
just the fact that we're not going to have that guy on the team, y'all should be upset. Y'all should be upset.
They should be. They should be.
Not saying, well,
their response is going to be, we got Quentin Demps. They brought in Quentin Demps. No, dog. No. Like Kevin Hart says, no. They didn't bring him in to be that safety. No, they brought him in to be a difference maker on special team, and now they happen to get Trendon Holiday. Remember that, Giants fans.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
But the thing about it is, Demps kind of showed off last season in Kansas City's secondary. So that's what they really thinking about is, this guy has started. So
yeah, but how many times? Come on, we only played the Kansas City Chiefs once. The Giants fans only saw Quentin Demps one time.
Yeah, and in Houston, he made a
You know, and
Probably
listen,
like
I won't be shocked if the Dallas Cowboys pick up Will Hill. I would not be shocked because they're in
I just don't.
desperate need of
I
help.
wouldn't be shocked if any of our teams in the division pick him up. But I'll tell you what, I do not want to see him in Washington. I really do not want to see him in Washington.
But it can happen though.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm so afraid of right now. I'm so afraid of, because if you throw him in that secondary, man, I'm telling you, he will turn that defense around.
Of course.
And then if you get a motivated Will Hill that, just got cut from a team, and he knows that this is his last shot, and you get that motivated Will Hill on a Redskin team that already took a shot on Deshaun Jackson.
Oh man.
And remind you how much a fear factor Sean Taylor was when he played for the Redskins. Every time we had to play the Redskins, we was like, oh my gosh, we gotta play Sean Taylor. Y'all Giant fans, remember that. Remember that, because y'all gonna have that same feeling. If Will Hill goes to Washington, y'all gonna have that same nausea feeling when he comes to play us twice a year, every year, and a motivated Will Hill. I'm telling y'all that right now.
Of course, you know that's going to be the case. I just feel like, and again, Chase, I'm with you on that guy. He's putting his body on the line. You know what I mean? He's throwing out his body out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to give that credit to a player like that, man.
Yeah, man. I don't. It's a dark cloud right now. But again, we do got depth, though. We got a lot of depth there. It's just that.
But now we're gonna figure out who's gonna be that third safety. Because to be honest with you, Shakes, I want a more physical third safety.
Well, they say depth is like. They say depth is like. They said depth is more like like a better Monday. So, we'll see, maybe.
We'll see. That's all we can do, I guess.
My fault, though. Final statement, Rosie?
I'm just, my final statement is, Giants fans, that's on Twitter. I hear your point of view. You know what I mean? I agree with you guys. I hear you guys. But don't discount where Shakes and I are coming from, you know what I mean? Because we hear what you guys are coming from. I get it. Right. But don't discount from where me and Shakes are coming from. That's all I want to say.
Right. You got to look at two sides. Two sides of the mirror. Even if you don't agree with us, just respect our opinion. That's all we ask.
Yep.
That's all we ask. Don't belittle us. Don't down us. And try to treat us like we dumb or we don't know what the hell we talking about. We watch football just like y'all.
Hell yeah. And we passionate. And it's like psycho crazy just like y'all.
Right. And we are concerned. And I don't understand why you cannot be concerned losing an A-plus type player like Will Hill. I just don't understand how you just say, okay, we okay.
It's funny to me.
It's hilarious to me. Hilarious to me. You gonna be back for the 4 o'clock show?
Nah, I'm not gonna be back. I'll be back tomorrow morning though.
Okay. Alright. That's what it is. I don't know. I might do the 4 o'clock show. I might not. I'm gonna let y'all know an hour ahead of time because I talked to Charlie. I might have Charlie do the show with.
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah. So, keep posted on Twitter. I'm on there all day. Y'all can hit me up. Y'all go ahead and keep on trying to come at my intelligence. But I'm going to keep on shutting y'all down. I don't play that shit. See how I check on it. I don't play that. It's going to be little. But that said, that's the end of the shakedown. We might be back at 4. Keep posted. If not, we'll be back tomorrow at 11, right after BBK. Or it might be 11:30, either one. But we'll be back. And just been shook by the day.